Everyone, it's KIREI here for Bella Blvd, and I have a brand new layout using the fabulous My Life 365 collection. And for this layout, I am focusing on the March elements from the collection. So there are two pattern papers, Luck of the Irish and March. And I've got the one here, and I am just cutting off some of the pattern strips. I wasn't sure if I was going to use them, but there was a couple there that I quite liked. And then I'm going to use the other side with all the shamrocks on it as a paper layer behind my photos. My photo, I should say, not multiple. I've cut some of the tags as well, and I will use a couple of those. Now, these papers are obviously quite focused on St. Patrick's Day, and we don't, in the UK, we don't really celebrate it. It's not in a big way. It might be in some areas. So I really decided that I was going to focus on the element of being lucky and how lucky I am to have such fabulous friends. And you know, these girls here in the photo, I met all of them through scrapbooking over the years, and which is really, really lovely. And we go away every year for a week in a beautiful barn in Herefordshire here in the UK, and we just scrapbook, go in the hot tub, go out, have fabulous time. And so that photo is from our week away. It was actually from 2023. So yeah, so I decided to document about how lucky I am to have such lovely friends. So yeah, I don't get to see them all of them all of the time. But yeah, you know, because we live around the UK. But yeah, when we get together, it's fantastic. We have such a fab time. So I've decided to just use lots of paper layers. And as you can see, I'm doing a bit of a cross, I suppose, going down and across. And I'm just working out which elements I'm going to use. I'm definitely having the shamrocks one behind my photo, which I've backed in one of the orange pattern papers. And this is from the Bella Besties Gingham Stripes papers. I've used the 6x6 paper pad actually, and I'm just bringing in some of the matching colours. So I've got the orange, and I've got guacamole, I think I end up using. So I'm just sort of working out where they're going to go. I mean, the orange I end up moving and I change it to the side. Here we go. I've got them all stuck down together there very quickly. I've moved it away. But basically what I did, I stuck them all together once I was happy with them. And then I've just roughly drawn around the outline of them in pencil, because I just decided I was going to add some splatters around sort of the outline. So it's a pretty shimmery orange that I'm using that works really nicely. It coordinates with the orange that is in the My Life 365 collection. So I wanted to bring in some colours other than just the greens, and there's quite a lot of greens, obviously, in these papers. There are some little pops of orange and yellow, so I still wanted to make sure I included those. So I certainly worked on selecting the elements that I could from the March pieces that were orange and yellow as well with the green. So yeah, so now I've got my splatters done. I can get the paper layers stuck down, just making sure they're nice and straight, of course, with my trusty T-square. And then I will add my photo. Now I will add foam pads to the top of the photo, and then I'll keep it flat at the bottom. I generally do that because often I'm adding embellishments over the top at the bottom of photos, and then I'll tuck in behind the top of the photo. So now what you'll see, I've got a couple of tags behind my photo. Now, throughout the whole process, I leave the tag, I stick the tags down, them on behind the photo, and I completely forget to tie any thread around them or do a bow or something like that, which I never do. I always add something. You can't possibly have a naked tag. So you'll see that. But I've corrected it since, so it doesn't show in the photos because I completely just kept going with it and took the photos and then realised that that was what I hadn't done. So I do add some thread through afterwards. So yeah, so I've got that stuck down. So that's really the basis of it. And this is great as well when you're using a collection. I mean, if you've got some paper squares or something like that, just playing around with layering them up, you know, if you're trying to use your collection up, and you can really get a great effect with your layout. So now I've got some of the embellishments. So I'm using the Ephemera Icons here. So I've got the rainbow, I've got all of the shamrocks, I've got the lucky horseshoe, and What else? Oh, now the remember tab in the orange, and then that little shamrock I'm popping in there, which says "Lucky to have you," come from the Ephemera Words. And the smile as well, that comes from the words. And then I started to actually, oh yeah, here's this shamrock. I started to raise it, and then I realized I wanted to raise the smile over the top, so I took the foam pad off the back of that. So again, getting these all stuck down, and as you can see, I'm just adding a bit of glue to the center because I curve up the leaves and the petals, so I get that dimension that's that I really like to add into my layouts. So there we go, the smile, got some foam pads on that, just raising that up over the top. I'm just trying to work out which way I go. I think I wished I'd moved it to the left, to be fair, because I add in my title, one of the words is in orange there, and I felt I had too much. The orange was next to it. But anyway, it's fine. It's okay. So I've pulled out Lucky, and this is from the Ephemera Words. And I'm just, again, adding foam pads to the top. Now, this is what I do. Rather than, I don't buy foam pads like the little ones that are already cut. I get sheets of sticky back foam, and I just cut it up as I need it, which I find really, really works well for me. I saw someone doing it. I'm sure, I can't think who it was, online years ago. And I just thought, oh, that just makes so much sense for me, because then I could cut it to the shapes that I wanted and the size that I wanted. And I've just continued to do that since then. So that's what I do. Okay, so Lucky is on. Um, Getting down these last couple of pieces of ephemera, and then I will add the rest of my title, and it's going to be Lucky to Have You All. And I use a mix of I'm bringing in a couple of the Puffy stickers here, so I think I've got just a couple. I've got the little flowers and a couple of extra shamrocks as well. So I'll add my title, and I'm going to use the Lunar Puffy Alphas and the Letter Scramble Alphas in a mix of guacamole, orange and pickle juice. And then I'll add my journaling below the title, and I do add a few epoxy dots afterwards. I completely forgot about them, but I did add some in afterwards, and you should see that on the close-ups. So so here's the alphas. I do switch it up a little bit. Here we go. I start off with the Lunar Puffy here for my two, but I change that and bring in one of the Letter Scramble alphas here. And then I will use the Lunar, and again I will bring in the Letter Scramble for the last two words. But here we go. Here's the final layout. You can see the details there. You can see the title, and here are some of the close-ups. You'll see those little extra epoxy dots that I added. I hope you've enjoyed watching the process video, and you get some inspiration to use My Life 365. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye for now.